Hi guys, welcome here at our Yin Yoga from 8 till 9, our evening Yin Yoga. Hopefully you are all prepared to relax, to let go. And I do have prepared a sequence for you guys, but I thought, especially because we're not seeing each other in person anymore, maybe that you have certain suggestions, maybe things that you would like to do either tonight or next week in the Yin. If so, let us know. Maybe if you already have something that you say like, oh, I would love to do this in our Yin tonight, then you can already type it in if you want to, and maybe I can put something in the sequence here tonight as well. So for example, when you say like, oh my god, my shoulders are so tight, I want to release in the shoulders, or maybe you want to focus a little bit more on the hamstrings, or maybe something else. If you already have an idea, you can already post it here, because later on when I'm back on my mat, I can't see what you're all putting in here. So if you have any suggestions, you can put them down now. I will stay here for our meditation, so if you have any input, I can check it out later as well. And then from there, I actually want to start with our practice. So see if you can already find a comfortable seated position. I already see lower back pain, hamstrings and or hips. Oh, we can do a lot of things with those. First of all, before we're gonna get into that, we're gonna start with our meditation. So see how you want to come and sit. You cannot see it right now, but I'm sitting onto my knees. Maybe you want to come and sit in a different way. And especially if you notice that your lower back is a bit sensitive, maybe grabbing a pillow, come and sit on top of it. And then from there, you can either choose to drop your chin towards your chest, or maybe you just want to keep your head up here, releasing the shoulders, placing the hands onto your or into your lap here. And then closing your eyes, taking a really deep breath here. And a full deep breath out. And it doesn't matter how you are sitting right now, as long as you notice that you can straighten out your spine. And maybe straightening out your spine for you means slowly lifting the top of your head towards the ceiling. Or maybe creating space in the spine for you is tucking your tailbone in just a little bit more. Creating length, creating space. And then we're slowly focusing upon the place of which you feel that it needs most of the attention this evening. So maybe you notice that your lower back deserves some love, some attention. Or maybe that the hips feel a bit tense, a bit tight. The hamstrings can use some stretching. And maybe just starting in this seated position already gives you a certain indication of where your body needs some attention here this evening. Every single exhalation, allowing yourself to release even more. And maybe making a little trip throughout the body, where you start at the place that your focus goes to immediately. And then from there, slowly making that little journey throughout your body in whatever way you feel like, whatever way your intuition is guiding you. Letting go of the shoulders a little bit more with every single exhalation. And bringing your chin onto the chest. Keeping those shoulders low. And allowing yourself to notice and to focus onto the place you want to put all your energy, your love and attention towards here tonight. On your next inhalation, circling all the way up with the arms. And on that exhalation, bring your hands down, rubbing your hands against each other, creating some warmth, some fire in between the hands. And then you're going to place your hands on the part of your body where you feel that you need it right now. So maybe the lower back, maybe the hips, the legs, maybe the neck, the head or the shoulders. Wherever you feel that your body is asking for some love. On your next exhalation, if you're sitting on your knees, then slowly releasing the hands and then making your way towards easy pose. If you're already in easy pose, and we're going to work from there. And then slowly bring the chin to your chest if you notice that you brought your head back up in the meantime. And then from there we roll the shoulders all the way up and down. Slowly bringing your head back up. Maybe you want to keep your eyes closed. Maybe you want to open them a little bit. We're going to go for butterfly and I'm going to give different options here. So if you want to focus a little bit more upon the hips this evening, then bring the feet a little bit more towards your body here. So keeping those heels as close as possible. Now, if you notice that this is a bit much, you can grab, for example, blocks or books or just a couple of pillows will do just fine as well. And you can place them underneath the knees here. If you want the focus to be a little bit more up on the lower back, especially if you're suffering from lower back pain, a really nice one can be to put the feet more to the front, so you create more of a diamond shape here, which gives us more space here in the lower back and in the lower part of our body, because we're going to go for a forward fold. So if you want to focus on the hips, keep the ankles close to you, or the heels close to you. If you want the focus to be more on the lower back, put the feet a little bit more to the front. And also in this one, with a block or with pillows, you can support yourself here, dropping your head, or maybe making your way down here to the front. In both options, see how your forward fold feels and where you want to put your feet here tonight. And once you have found your options, see if you can surrender fully here to the pose. And maybe you want to keep those hands onto the feet. Maybe you just want to drop them open and down here, wherever you feel you want to put them there. tension in the shoulders, the hips, or somewhere else in your body where you notice there is tension present. Staying here for 5 more deep breaths. And then slowly all the way up again, stretching the legs out, hands behind you, and then see if you want to bring the shoulder blades all the way together, bring the head back, and then from there, placing the feet a little bit wider than the knees, and then slowly dropping the knees from one side to the other. And from here, we're gonna continue with a half dragonfly. And we're starting with the right leg open to the side, placing your left foot on the inside. And then from there, 2 options. I leave it up to you which option you want to choose. Either you can go for a forward fold going down here, or if you feel that you want a little bit more of a side stretch here, then you're gonna twist towards your right leg, and then from there we're gonna bend towards the right leg. So see if you want to fold forward or if you want to incorporate a twist here. If you notice that when you're sitting here, you're dropping back, then see if you want to bring that right leg just a little bit more in. So it's not all the way out to the side, but it's a little bit closer. Another option is to roll up a blanket or come and sit on top of a soft pillow. So you're a little bit higher, creates more space to move from there. So see which option you want to choose, either the forward fold or you come with me with the arms up, and from there twisting towards the right leg, and then see if you slowly want to place the hands down, drop the head here, or if you slowly want to move it down here. Another option, which is actually also the option I'm going to use, is to grab something like a pillow, place it underneath your chest, and then from there dropping it down towards your leg. So it's a big hamstring stretch on the back side. It's an opener for the hip. If you have to twist, it's an opener here for the side of your body. If you're folding forward, you will probably feel something also going on in the butt, in the back, maybe in the neck and the shoulders as well. See which option suits you, and then from there we're gonna find that yin energy again in the stillness and silence of this half dragonfly. 5 more deep breaths here. Slowly moving yourself all the way back up. And from there, again, hands to the back, bringing both legs to the front for a moment, making little circles with the feet, or maybe placing the feet a bit wider than the hips and then dropping your knees from one side to the other. And also taking a moment to see how your legs are doing right now. Maybe you notice that you have the feeling that one leg feels slightly longer than the other one, or maybe that on one side of your body it feels different than on the other side. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. There's no surprise there. So from here, slowly stretching out the left leg this time. And then from there, bringing that right foot in. And then I leave it up to you again if you want to go for a forward fold here, or if you want to go with me for the twist, maybe with a pillow. I have to check myself if I need it on this side. And see also for yourself if you maybe need it on this side or not. It can be different. Slowly twisting towards your leg, and then from there, dropping it all down. Taking your time here to find that option that suits you, to focus and to bring or send your breath towards the place where you can make more space, just like we did in the previous poses. Taking 5 more deep breaths here. slowly moving yourself all the way back up again. And then stretching those legs out, making those movements that suit you here. So maybe some circles with the feet. Maybe you want to make a soft twist from side to side, or a small side bend here. See what your body needs right now. And then from there, we're gonna turn onto all fours. And then you bring those feet to the back, slowly bringing your butt down, placing your forehead down, and then you have the option of bringing the arms back, dropping the shoulders open to the side, or if this is a bit much today, bringing the arms to the front, keeping them there. If you notice that it's intense to put the feet down like this, grab a blanket, roll it up, or towel will do just fine as well. Roll it up and place it underneath the ankles here, so you have a little roll underneath. If you just had dinner and you notice that you want to create a little bit more space for the belly, then from there placing the legs a little bit wider, and then from there come a little bit more in between, so there is space there for the belly. And then from there, see what your option is for the arms, and then we come for child's pose. But then instead of opening the knees all the way to the side, we keep them closer, so we create even more of a stretch for the back. It's a relaxation for our lower back. Releasing tension there. And if you chose to put the arms to the back, and we're also making space in between the shoulder blades, releasing tension there in our upper back as well. So for all of you who sat behind a computer or a desk the whole day, maybe you now feel that the shoulders are finally allowing themselves to let go. Five more deep breaths here. elbows, and then from there, moving yourself back to downward dog, and then slowly move it around here. Your own way. We're gonna use downward dog to slowly walk either the feet towards the hands or the hands towards the feet. And then from there, holding on to your elbows, maybe grabbing your elbows just the other way around. So if you're used to grabbing them like this and changing them around. And then from there, dropping your head all together. You can always bring a bit of a bend here in the knees, or maybe you want to stretch the legs out a bit more, but make sure you do not lock your knees in this one. So we always have a little micro bend going on here. And if you want a little bit of movement here, you can always slowly go from side to side, creating soft movement. Maybe also noticing how they stretch, maybe in the hamstrings or in the back. It's changing when you move from left to right. Next exhalation, placing the hands down on the ground, placing the feet just a little bit wider, and then from there bringing your butt all the way down, either hands in front of your heart, maybe relaxing your forehead here, or dropping your head, placing the hands on the back slowly, maybe a little bit of movement to the front and back. If you notice that this is really intense, or it doesn't feel right for the feet, grab a block, a pillow, or something else to put underneath your butt so you have some support there. Then from there, placing your hands down into the ground, stretching those legs out again, and then slowly stepping your left leg back, knee goes down, foot goes down. Couple of options here. Either you can place the arms onto your right leg, creating more of a stretch here on the front side of your leg, staying here. If you want a little bit more for the inside of the hip, you place both hands on the inside of your right foot, and then from there you can drop your head. You can always use books or blocks here if you want to come a little bit lower, but going down onto the elbows on the ground is a bit much. And from there, placing your arms onto blocks or onto books. So see what your option is here for dragon. this pose. We're not gonna stay here for long, so take 5 more deep breaths here. From there, push that right foot into the ground so you can move a bit more back and place those knees next to each other. Maybe slowly moving from side to side with the butt. Maybe you want to round your whole spine, or maybe shake those legs out behind you. Because, of course, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So either coming back to downward dog, going into dragon from there, or maybe you want to place the hands on the blocks here and then step your foot to the front. But make sure that when you do that, you come a little bit more to the front here, so we create that stretch here on the front side of the right leg. I leave it up to you if you want to come up here and then just chilling out here, or if you want to grab books or blocks and place your hands on top of there, leaning into the pose. From here, you can always go down onto the elbows, but make sure that you choose an option where both hands or both elbows are at the same height. So not one elbow down and the other one up. To keep as much of the, how do you say it? We keep the weight as much in the middle as possible. Taking 5 more deep breaths on this side. And then slowly bringing that weight back so you can move your leg back. And from there, slowly moving around, maybe moving a bit from side to side. Nice big hip opener. This was on the front side of the hip. And slowly moving around so you can come and lay down onto the back. And we bring the knees all the way towards the chest. Can make little circles here, little massage for the lower back here. And also moving the other way around. And just like in, I believe it was last week as well, or it was Friday, we're gonna end with the twist to both sides before we go for the final relaxation. So for now, slowly dropping those knees towards the right side. Couple of options here. Either you can keep your knees on top of each other, or maybe moving the left knee a little bit higher. You can always bring that right leg a little bit lower and see what changes around the back of the spine, also the side of your upper body here. It's a relaxation for the front and the inside of the hips right now. Stretch for the outside of the hip. At the same time, we are actively stretching the back here as well.
giving a boost to the digestive system, and that's why I really love a twist like this. It has so many benefits, so full beautiful ways in which we can incorporate them into the practice and ways we can use them. So always nice one also to do before you go to bed. You can do it in bed as well. If you notice that your back feels a little bit painful, use this one, use this twist. And then from there, maybe you want to close your eyes, letting it all go here. Towards that place in your body where you can still let go just a little bit more. Staying here for 5 more deep breaths. Slowly coming back in the middle. And again, we are gonna move those knees in circles around here. And the other way around. And then we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. So slowly, maybe moving a little bit more to the side so you stay on your mat, you stay warm here. And then from there, dropping the knees to the other side. And again, shoulder blades stay in the ground. See if you maybe want to bring that right knee just a little bit more up. And then from there, maybe closing your eyes again. Focusing on how it feels on this side. back in the middle, knees all the way towards the chest, moving them in little circles. And also the other way around. And then from there, maybe placing one foot in the ground, stretching one leg out at a time, making little circles with the ankles. See how the back of the leg is feeling right now. And then from there, same thing on the other side. Grabbing that leg, maybe moving your foot a little bit here. And again, checking out how does it feel here on the back side. And then from there, we stretch the legs out. And if you notice that your lower back is still a bit sensitive, two options: either go for lying butterfly like we did in the beginning, or placing the feet a little bit wider than the hips, dropping the knees towards each other. If you notice that your lower back is fine, then from there you can just stretch out the legs here. Maybe placing the hands on the belly, maybe placing them next to you. Bringing those shoulder blades just a little bit more towards each other. And maybe you want to grab a blanket to stay warm. And then we're going to go for our final relaxation for Shavasana. End of this lower back, hip and hamstring practice. And also using this moment to notice how these parts of your body maybe feel a bit different than when you started the practice. Slowly starting to move ankles, starting to move the hands, maybe stretching yourself all the way out. From there, making yourself small, bringing the knees towards the chest. circles here with the knees. You slowly drop onto your side, maybe supporting your head for a moment before you come back up to a seated position. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Bring your chin towards your chest again. Taking a moment to thank yourself that you joined this practice for yourself here this evening. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste.